putting into it. And, most of us are waking up slowly but surely, but enough is enough of all of this crap. I think we need to just literally sit down, reevaluate ourselves here, and actually come up with a plan peacefully to make sure that, our own country doesn't go to shit. Because if our own country does go to shit, then we'll sit here and play the game of shoulda, coulda, woulda, and that doesn't need to happen. So, why sit there and twiddle our thumbs and hope to God something happens when we can make a change and everything? And with everybody trying to take over in this country with the whole politics and whatnot, like how about we actually write to people that are supposed to be higher up, right? Like we're supposed to take our complaints to them and everything instead of showing our asses. Or even if you do show up in person, just don't show your ass. That's all I gotta say. Just literally say things peacefully. There's no need to throw a freaking riot or anything like that. I think it can be done in a different way. I don't think that, with this whole thing of oh, you really want to send a message to, our country? How about all the truckers stop working? How about that? Pump your brakes. Stop all production, because once we stop flowing, then America stops flowing. Why would you put your children and your family and your friends and your other family in danger of slow production and no production at all, to where you don't have any food on the shelves and things like that? We need to reevaluate what the hell we say around here and how we want to do it, because either way we're going to be screwing ourselves. So if we just make a movement of our voices being heard rather than being so vicious with things, I get it. Sometimes it takes some horrible shit to happen to make things happen. And obviously it's starting to become that way, but I don't think we should take it out on ourselves. I think we should, take it out on the higher ups that are, we're not, literally the government isn't supposed to run us. We run the government. We tell it how to do it and perform and things like that. And the only reason why we have it is for order. That's it. Like, fair order. Like, there's no one above the other. It's all equality of man in this country. But of course, it's gone so far left that we don't even know which way is up or down. That we're literally witnessing the government taking over, and has been taking over for a while, and people are just waking up to it and things like that. So excuse me. So with that being said, I hope you guys have been warm, because man, Texas weather is bipolar shit. And I've been going on and off with this damn cold, and then like the next 2 days is gonna be warm, and then all of a sudden it's cold again with freezing rain, and then we're in a drought. Damn. But yeah, guys, we sit there and think about how you say things and the way you say them, because I'm not saying you can't have freedom of speech or whatever. I believe in that wholeheartedly. You guys know that. But what I'm saying is, is don't say things that's going to turn around and hurt us in the long run, because why would you do that? Why would you want to send a message in that way of the children being hurt here in our country, our own children and our elderly people? You know, like, a lot of production would stop. That means pharmaceutical, this and that. I mean, literally everything, because it's delivered by trucks mostly. And I think that's a big no-no. I really do. I mean, debate me on it if you want. That's fine. I don't care. But when you when you do something like that, you're asking. You ask and you shall receive. So just put that in mind. Kind of have a little thinker on that one. But there's this thing that I also saw online, or not online, but on the TV. And yes, I have cable and all that. I'm up to date. But there was this commercial that was for, it's called thekidsguide.com. And it's really cool, man. I think it's fucking brilliant, because it says it teaches the kids on free speech and pushing cancel culture onto our new generation of children and stuff like that, like, and all these things that are just happening. We're pushing all this back, and I think this is great. This is a great website to be showing our kids that they do have a voice, and they do have their amendments to their rights in the Constitution and all that stuff. I think that's brilliant. When I was going to school, they were actually teaching us, our United States Constitution, Bill of Rights, and amendments, And then as I got older, I started seeing it being pulled away. And I just thought, man, why? How can that be? To actually teach the other, generation below mine, like the newer generation, that they have to shut up and all of this stuff, and your opinion doesn't matter, and you're never going to be equal to anyone. These things like that, man. Like, what is wrong? What the fuck happened to our America? I don't understand why this even happened in the first place. Alright, like, I mean, I do. Don't get my words jumbled up. I know how it happened. I just don't know why we let it happen, is the thing. Is how we could, if you want to be very patriotic for your country, you want to actually have your voice be heard, right? In the correct manner. So why sit here and why should we sit here and let this happen? And I think it's great that they're finally coming out with all this stuff to teach our kids, because they do need to learn that they do have a voice, and they don't have to be silent, and their opinion does matter. And, they have the exact same freedoms as any other race out there. Because when you live in America, you're family. Like, we are all family. We need to stop dividing by states. We need to stop doing that. Alright? Because there's no way we're going to be able to be the United States, if we're not going to be united. And I think that's sad. I think that for all of us, we need to come together. And, I've seen these videos where they're like, oh, the government's getting scared because the white man and the black man are becoming friends and they don't want that to happen because this, and that. And, we'll be joining forces. That's cool and all, but you don't have to sit there and put it in that manner. And what I mean by that is saying white man and a black man joining forces, like, it shouldn't even be that way in the first place. And with these new Democrats, with the election and all that, man, there's actually some really good homegrown democracy people trying to run, and I think that's beautiful. And I forgot her name. I'm gonna look it up real quick right now. And she is brilliant, man. She is freaking brilliant. Yeah, like I saw her, and I was reading about her a little bit, just a little glimpse, nothing too fancy. And she, and the way she's talked about is very highly of her. Of the these people are like, well, she's doing this, and she's actually been from, like, the projects and stuff like that, and what I mean from that is, like, the ghetto areas and stuff, and actually made herself out of something. And that's what you call authentic. That's what you call organic. Because that right there, when somebody comes in that's actually been there and done that, really speaks for the people. And I think that's what other people are afraid of, is having somebody just literally speaking out for the real needy people, the real people that are struggling in this world. And the rich get scared about that because, they don't want it to flip over and be like, oh, okay, well, the poor become rich and the rich become poor. They get scared of that shit. And so they start silencing things, and I think it's crazy. But if I just think that if we literally sit here and do nothing about everything, then we really will show that this country is weak. But if we actually do something, then we'll be able to succeed at it. And I think that as long as we do it the right way, I believe that I believe that we'll be able to get somewhere in life. I'm damn sure about us making it. We don't have to really necessarily worry too much. I mean, yes, worry, of course, but if you're gonna sit here and shout out that this and this, or this person has done this and this in my life, and they're no good for me or whatever, there's a reason behind it. There's a reason why you're thinking that way. And 9 times out of 10 it's because of the way the government has made things for families. I mean, there's people out there that don't even speak to each other anymore in their family, and I think that's horrible. I am honestly one of them. My brother and my sister, we don't talk, and they don't talk to each other either. But it doesn't mean that I don't wish them a good life or anything. it's just from our past. But see, that's the thing, is that that whole toxicity